starting off, okay, have you heard about this like previous Dragon Ball editor that came out and talked about how a certain series basically saved Jump magazine?
Yeah, I love it because it just gives more credibility to us as the fans that we are.
Mm-hmm.
What series was it that saved the Jump magazine, Emery?
One Piece. Are you guys surprised? Like,
Of course it was One Piece.
um,
That's kind of cool though. Like, I didn't know that there was a point where the magazine was actually not doing as well after Dragon Ball, and apparently from what I read or from the sources that we were looking at, they were like damn near close to just shutting down the whole the whole magazine from how poorly sales were.
damn.
It was not doing too hard because this is like right after the end of Dragon Ball basically, and Dragon Ball being such a big and pivotal like anime or just series on the shonen, it leaves a gap when it's gone.
Oh yeah,
right?
there was a power vacuum.
Yeah, the presence was felt, and it's very hard for like any kind of anime to live up to that, And I don't even want to say that One Piece lived up to that. Like it's its own thing. I don't compare the two or anything like that. But it is cool hearing that One Piece was popular enough, and it's kind of what turned everything around for shonen. So I think that's super cool.
Oda's back be hurting
Yeah, from just carrying the entire shonen industry.
for the past 25 years.
And he's still cooking, bro. Every chapter is a fucking 10 out of 10.
So like the message itself was something like the decision to publish One Piece was debated for hours, but I cannot pronounce that name.
Torishima? Yeah, Torishima's.
Belief in the passionate editor on the series paid off. One Piece became a game changer, leading to a resurgence in Jump success. True testament how a single series can transform an entire magazine.
Hell yeah.
That's said by an editor of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, you can see the respect that they have for each other's series, which is really cool. And it makes me wonder, too, like, one day One Piece will inevitably end. And I feel like we're going to go through a similar scene where...
Oh, a power vacuum, yeah.
That power vacuum is going to be felt because One Piece is also... I don't know statistically if it's carrying shonen. It feels like it is, but I could be wrong. I know that it's at least within the top 5 of best-selling, mangas on shonen. So when it's finally done, I wonder what the next major series,
is gonna
that's gonna be, or if there is one that will kind of come in and save the day, right?
Okay.
Like, I don't think it would be as bad as it was then in terms of like sales going way down to the point that they might consider shutting everything down, because there's a lot of really good manga out, there's a lot of really good animes, but my concern is that One Piece is outlasting even the new gen anime.
Yeah.
Like, My Hero's done, JJK's about to be finished, Black Clover's on its last couple chapters probably. Like, there's great anime that have come out since then, but they're all more condensed and shorter stories, and One Piece still has ways to go. So I think by the time that One Piece does end, we're going to be looking at a completely new, like, just scene of manga and anime, like things that we haven't even heard of. Maybe some of the stuff that's coming up here this year or next year might be the ones kind of like carrying the weight of everything for a while.
That makes sense,
right?
Like, I know, like, there's one that a lot of people, like, I started it, I fell off, but I hear people just keep talking about it. Kagurabashi or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
Kagurabashi.
Yeah.
That one's gonna inevitably get an anime, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Like, it just looks like something that is worthy of an anime. I liked the few chapters that I read. I fell off, not because I found it boring. I don't know, like, I got busy doing other stuff.
Same.
But like, I liked what I read. It was cool. It gave me Bleach vibes, kind of, which was kind of cool.
It was
Hardcore, and I like the art style was really nice. So if anybody out there is still keeping up with Kagurabachi, can y'all let me know if it's still good? I'm very curious about that. And is it worth picking up again? Because I might. So let me know if it is.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay, so I did have this thought though. Do you think, because One Piece is still ongoing, do you think there are series that are coming out now that are probably going to get overshadowed, not get the traction it could have gotten had it come out after One Piece?
So you're asking if like a series that's about to come out is gonna get overshadowed because they should have, like, if it were to come out after One Piece, it would have done better?
Yeah, because like think about like a series coming out now. I'm not saying like they're bad or like, oh, that doesn't make sense because like people are gonna like always look for new stuff. Yes, true.
There's just too much other good stuff that's been
Yeah,
out longer.
I mean, currently, you
like
know,
more
you still-
established fan bases at least.
But when One Piece ends, you know, and then you know, obviously, like the current new generation, like heavy hitters, are evidently like kind of slowing down.
Yeah, like wrapping
like
up.
within like the next like 5 years, you know. Like something if they just took a series that just came out like let's say last year.
I think I could think of a couple that have come out this year, like with their first seasons that I think should have been more popular, maybe. I think like Kaiju number 8, I think got a lot of really good attention, but I think it could have done even better.
Fair.
Had it not come out immediately after like Solo Leveling and like some major stuff that was happening in One Piece. That was when we were getting really good animation. It's just like it's the talk. I love One Piece, but sometimes it's a double-edged sword because there are other series that I like and that I want people to talk about, and it gets overshadowed.
Magi,
dude. Oh my god. That's when Magi comes back. When One Piece finishes, they're like, well, what do we do now?
Watch
Boom.
Magi.
Magi saves the day. We come back with the flashback arc, and it takes, you know, Shonen by storm. Everybody's fucking loving it. We get the whimsical, like, adventure side of it with the dark twist. That's my take on it. I'm cool with that. I would say that. I think Shangri-La Frontier also could have, like, people really liked it, but I think it could have been even better. But I also think, not specifically because of One Piece, but I think Shangri-La suffers from like lack of attention because the isekai genre is oversaturated as fuck.
Yeah.
There's, in my opinion, too many isekai. I haven't seen all of them. I will not watch all of them because I'm not into that genre as much. But I like Shangri-La a lot. Gave me Sword Art vibes. And I think that if there's less isekai but better quality ones, then, you know, I could be more interested in it because it's a good genre when done right. But if everything feels like just a generic isekai, then it makes me not want to try new things. So that's my take on that.
Okay, no, I mean that's fair.
Right, like it's kind of like the Marvel effect. There's so many superhero movies and TV shows. It's so oversaturated that anytime they announce a new project, whether it's a character I like or not, I have no interest in it because there's so much, and I just like it's been years that we've been getting the same shit. I get the same feeling with specific types of anime.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Okay. An oversaturated market. Like, okay.
That's why I think JJK did super well when it came out, because it was a darker and a different genre that we hadn't explored as much yet. Everything was very I don't even know what the average show was, like, but like it was different. It had a different feel to it.
Not that I disagree, but I also think Demon Slayer did help set the precedence. Like, bro,
Yeah.
they were
the first.
Yeah, like the first to be like, all right, we're not gonna pull punches on blood, and this is like what 2020 animation looks like.
Yeah, they raised the bar when it came to animation and just like more hardcore like stories, you know, like not for kids. Even though kids fucking eat that shit up. Like if I was a parent, I would not let my children watch Demon Slayer personally. But you know, that's me. It's like there's just a difference with how Demon Slayer feels, JJK feels, versus the anime of like the early 2010s, right? The exception being probably like Attack on Titan.
Okay. Would you let your kid watch Soul Eater?
Yeah, probably, but like I wouldn't honestly let them start watching like those types of anime until they're like at least like 8, 9, or 10. Like around there, I think that's fine. I wouldn't do like any of the really gruesome stuff until they're like a teenager, maybe like 13, I think. It just depends on their maturity level. You can't really just pick an age and be like, that's when you're good to watch this show. Like, I was watching Dragon Ball Z when I was a little kid, and like Dragon Ball Z wasn't always kid friendly. The people that grew up with Dragon Ball Super now, y'all don't know what it was like seeing fucking Yamcha get stabbed through the chest by Dr. Gero. That shit was graphic. You did not see Videl get mollywomped on that world tournament stage. That was hard to watch. And like as a kid, it just they didn't pull those punches. It wasn't like that constantly, but it had those moments where it was kind of dark for a show, and letting a kid watch that. It's up to the parent. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your kids, but there's some shows out there that I think they take the dark element and make that their identity, which is cool, but I think that's more geared for adult audiences.
Okay, yeah. I think it's just a more evolving with the times kind of thing.
Yeah, it just depends on your target demographic. Like I shit on Dragon Ball Super for personal reasons, but it's still a good show. Like I really like Dragon Ball Super, but it's more meant for kids than the old Dragon Ball stuff. That's why whenever we do talk about Dragon Ball, we grew up on that, and like it felt more mature than anything Dragon Ball Super did, in my opinion. And the maturity level is what resonates with me. That's why I like certain animes now that I probably didn't care for when I was younger. And that's why there's some anime that I should have watched when I was younger because I would have liked it a lot more. But nowadays I just don't care for it because it seems very childish to me.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's like both sides.
That's why you cling to GT so much.
Yeah,
Old
that's
man.
exactly why.